Hello, welcome to the Professional Integrated Advanced School Resort Management app. This is a 4-in-1 app which has the following: academic control system of students' fee and resort records, the employee controls record system, purchase control system, and the supplier control record system. It is a dynamic and very efficient app. This app was built with Microsoft Access and it supports all the versions. This app begins with the login page where the user has the ability to register new user, recover lost user accounts, and also have access to help menu that explains the system when user faces challenges in operating the application. At the top right hand corner we have the close or exit command, and we have the help menu. When a user faces difficulties in logging in, we have the help menu that can enable the user to easily go through and be able to or be enlightened on how to log in. When a user forgets his or her password, the user is not supposed to be afraid. What he just needs to do is to click on the forget password and a dialog box will open asking for the user to key in his or her username in which it would be directed to another login page where the user will re-enter the information which he uses when he was being registered. Automatically, after the user enters the password, if he or she clicks on the show password, a small dialog box will open that will show the user's password. Okay, and when it opens, the user is required to copy the password, then restart the system again in order for the user to enter the right password. For the register a new user, when a new user is to be registered, all we need to do is just to click on register here, and the register platform is going to open where the user is going to key in the information of all the new user who is to use the system by selecting on the drop down menu and looking for the employee name, and then filling the rest of the information, selecting their various questions, which when they forget their password, they are going to key in the answers of the selected questions. After recovering the password, the user is required to log in into the system using the recovered password. After logging in, a new page or the main page is going to open where you have a log. At the top right hand corner you have the logout button that if you click on it is going to direct you back to the login page, in which if the user logs in with the right password is going to direct the user back to the main page. At the top you have the home page. At the left hand corner you have the buttons that has the various commands that we are going to look at. In the student command, on clicking, the student command name appears on the home panel. If we click down on the drop down list, we have the add complaint, we have all students, you have create exam result, you have fee history, you have fee receipt, you have new enrollment, you have result history, you have student attendance history, you have students attendance. When you go to the employees, you have all employees attendance, you have employees attendance history, you have the new employee, to register a new employee, pay employee salaries, and you have the salary history. You go to the attendance, you have students attendance, you have employee attendance, where you register or where you take attendance for each of them, the students and the employees. Then you have their various history, employee history, you have the students history. Then you go to the suppliers, you have all suppliers, new suppliers, pay suppliers, payment history, purchase stock, supplier ledgers. You go to products, you also have all invoices, all products, customers invoices, new products, purchase history, purchase stock, sales and stock statement, and stock in hand, the most available stock in hand. And then if we click on the settings, we go to the drop down menu, we'll see all to add a class, add destination, add regions, add subjects slash courses, and add reports, or all reports rather. You have the school profile and then a user panel where you register a new user. So we are going to begin with the setting. We shall begin with the setting because for a new school or an institution to use the system, the platform, the app, you have to maybe key in the information of the school that is going to be distributed in all the necessary areas. So we begin with the setting. In the setting, we have add classes slash sections. Here you add the classes. You have class, the class ID, you have the level. Here you add their various subjects. You can as well go to a new page in order to add the classes. So you can add the subjects per class. This class is for level 200. Okay, you can add a new class or you can create a new class. Let's say level, or let's say class 1. Then you have to enter the subject of the new class which is being created. So that is how you can create a new class. To the next, add designation. Designations now will be the various part the employees are going to play in the institution. It could be the accountant, office assistant, media assistant, or it could be the principal. Could be the principal, and you have to state maybe his or her salary that he is going to be collecting at the end of the month. Then you put it in what? Then you put the leaves allowed, the number of times he or she can be permitted to have permission. Then we go to the next to add a region. Here you have to add the city name. Let's say you put Yaoundé. Then you put the region. You select the region. Is it northwest or is southwest? You select the available region. Then you go to the next. You have add subject or courses. Here you can increase the list of the subject. You can just say Bible studies. So that is how you can increase the list of the course. You put the course title, the course code, you put the course credit value, you put the course status, you put the total marks which is on 100, you put the passed mark which is half of the 100 to validate the course. Then we go to the school profile. Here you enter the names of the school, all the information of the school, and you go to the next, the user panel. Here you can create a new user. So that is it for this system. And for all reports, we are going to come back later. This is where, after keying in every information. You want to maybe print out students' result slips, the employee ID, students' ID, attestation, diplomas. This is where you finally expand. You either open it to see, you print, you export it by PDF, or you send it through email. So after knowing all those, we have to look at the students now in detail. Okay, on the student button, we have the following, as we already saw. Now we are going to register a new student. When we click on the user box, when we click on the student and take new enrollment, here we'll be able to register a new student by keying in all the students' required information in the specific fields. We go to the next. You have there to register students fee. Here you are going to be able to register the students fee by filling all the necessary information. Here you select the level in which you want to enter their fees. It could be students under level 300, level 200, level 500, class 1. It depends on the level you use. So when you click on one of the level, this dialog box will open. You take yes, and then you send the level in which you want to enter their fee, and all the names of the students are going to pop out. So automatically here there are no students who are under level 300. So we take, say, level 200 students, then we enter level 200. So we take OK, and the name of a level 200 student that was registered will certainly pops out. So that is how you can you can register the fee. Then you enter the total amount as it is being stated on the platform. As it is being stated. Okay, let's say in the preceding month a student wants to key in the second installment, the second monthly installment of his or her fee. You have to also fill in the various information. Enter the year. Definitely need to enter the year. You enter the month. Then you enter the employee ID, the person who is going to collect the money. Then you enter the class. You see level 200. Then there are all the level 200 students information is going to pop out, in which you are going to fill in the result, the fee of the student you want to enter. So you just fill the monthly fee of the student. So you can enter the monthly fee of each of the students. So that is how you can enter the the fee of each month paid by student. The next we are going to look at is the students' attendance. Here you take roll call of students each day. You put the date, then you put the level. Automatically the same process as in paying fee or registering fee will pop up, requiring that you enter the class name. So we say level 200. Then all the names of the level 200 students will pop out. Here you also enter the employee who is taking the roll call. So here you say if the student is present, you say present. If it is this one is absent, you say absent. You give the reason why the student is absent. Then if the student left earlier, or the student, since the student is absent, definitely it will be no and no. But if the student here came late, you can give a reason why the student came late. Let's say traffic. Then if the student happened to leave early, you might give the reason. You say maybe had emergency. Okay, so that is how you can take a roll call of the students, and it will be applicable to take the roll call when we get to employees. It will be the same process in which you can register daily record of the employees' attendance. After taking all those information or keying in all those information, we can be able now to see all students. You see the names of all the students. You can be able to see fee history. Now all the fees of the students that have been paid, you can be able to see them. You see the result history here. All the result of the students that have been entered will be seen, and you can also see the student attendance history. So here, this is the attendance history of all the students. Move now to the employees. Here we are going to look at the first record will be to register a new employee. So here, just as in the students, you have to fill all the information of the new employee. You fill the fees, fill the necessary information of the employees. You see, those are employees that has been registered. So you need to, so you get to a new employee. Here you fill the names of the new employee, as already explained under student, registering a new student. Again, you can pay salary just like paying a fee. Here you enter the necessary information and you select the month, then the year. You select the year, then you enter the employee who is to pay the salary. Then you select the name of the employee that you want to pay the salary. Here you are going to check if the employee has been present all through. Your number of present, if absent, you number of absent, late arrival, how many times the employee has been late. And here from their information you can decide to maybe deduct some money from the employee for coming late all the time. Then you give the reason why. So you give the reason why the deduction of 10,000 was made due to irregularities in school. So after filling in the pay, after paying the salary, you can look at the salary history. You see the salary history of the employees. You can also look at all the employees. These are the names of all the employees, and you can also take employee attendance. Here you have to, so here you take the employee attendance by filling the information. You enter the employee name, then you take the attendance, the status. You say present, or if the employee is absent, you say absent and the reason. If the employee leaves early, you say yes and you give the reason why the employee has to leave early. Then you take add, and the record is going to be there. You can also look at the employee history of the attendance history of the employee. How many times the employee has been present, absent, late arrival, early arrival, and the dates in which the employee managed to come early, late, or absent. You can also look at the salary history. So that is it. You can add employee attendance, you can take attendance, you can add new employee, you can look at the attendance history, you can pay employee salaries and the salary history. So we go to attendance. After looking at attendance under students and employee, here you just need to, you can still use this same command to enter the employee attendance. You enter the student attendance, then you can view their histories of both the students and the employee. So we get into the suppliers. Here we are going to be brief. You look at all suppliers. Before then, you can enter a new supplier where you enter the record of the record of the supply mate and the quantities of supplied meat as it is presented. Next, we look at pay to supplier. Here you enter the supplier ID that you want to make a payment to for supplying his or her goods or services. So this is where you make the pay of the supplier. Okay, we'll go to the next. Here you can look at purchase stock. Here you can purchase a stock first by filling all this other information, then you make your necessary commands of the available stocks. Then you can look at the supply ledger by entering the employee's ID or supplier ID and the from to date. So this is now the form which you can print out to present it to wherever it is necessary, as we are still going to see it later. Then we get into product. Products, here we'll look at all invoices. You have all invoices, you have all products, you also have customers invoices. You can create an invoice that is like a receipt to give for the supply of goods and services. You can also register a new product that you want to make a command. You have to put the name. You see product name, you write the product name, then you put the product category. Is it book, is it stationery, electron, or it is book? After keying in, you fill in the various information. Then you have there the purchase date, you have the supplier name, you also have his contact, you have the product names, then you have their contact. If a new product is entered there, automatically it will feature under this list. So that is it. Then you can look for the purchase history. This is the purchase history. You have the purchase stock. This is for the purchase stock that we have just seen. Then look at the sales and stock statement, and then the stock in hand. So that is it for the product. Now we are going to look at settings. What makes up the settings? Here as we earlier said, we started with the setting and we said we are going to come back to all report. So here we look at all report. So with all report, we have 4 commands at the right hand. Here is to view a selected report. Here is to print a selected report. Here is to export a selected report, and here is to email a selected report. For the student admission form, if you want to view it, you can view. You click on the view, then you can see the student admission form. Then you can look at the attestation of service from the employees. You can also look at, these are help menus. Under each of them, that you have the help menu that you can print out for easy understanding of the various system. All the system have their help menus. All of them, they have their help menus. So you have the daily attendance report, which you can print out. You also have the employee details, which you can also print. The details, their contacts, all their necessary information. You have the employee ID card. You also have their help menu. You have the fee history that you can print out. You also have the help menu. You have the fee receipt report. So here you have all the report of the fee receipt that has been paid per student that you can print and give as a receipt to students. Here you have the invoices that you can print out. You also have their help menus. You have the purchase report. You have result card or report card or report slip for each student. After entering their result, you have the result history that you can print out. This is the result history. You also have the salary slip that you can give to each of the employees, so they sign to make sure they receive their salaries. You have the sales and stock statement. You have the student's ID card. You also have the student diploma or certificate, and you also have their help menus. You have student information form, where you get all the names of the students and their necessary information, contact, and you also have the subject report. Here you have the names of all the subjects, their reports. And here you have the supplier ledger, where you enter the supplier ID, then it's going to pop out from to date. You put the date when the date in which you want to, let's say you want to bring out all the report that started in 2017 to 2019. So that's from date. You enter the from date to the to date as it is required. Then you have the supplier information. So we thank you very much for your time, and we hope you will like this video. You subscribe to this YouTube channel to have favorite videos, and we hope you make an order for this dynamic system.